Hey everyone, how's it going today? And welcome back to another update. So today's update is technically going to be a part 2 to yesterday's update, although you can technically watch either parts in either order, because today's update is essentially we're going to be taking a revisit once again to talk a little bit about the $1,500 stimulus check that some people have been asking about. This is also once again an approved program. In the last video we talked all about the qualifications of this program, so in today's update, I want to talk about the actual steps of how to actually physically get onto this program. So whether you're interested in learning about the qualifications or you're interested in just seeing the steps to see if it's something to maybe look into, definitely recommend either checking out this video or maybe watching until the very end, or I'll put the last video at the very end screen so you can check it out, and again, just either order. So we're gonna get right to it, but as always, real fast before we begin, consider smashing the like button, because at least we're talking about a program. I repeat that it's approved, it applies to single individuals, so it's a very inclusive program that's going on right now, and we're gonna talk all about that. And as always, consider subscribing and hitting the bell if you guys are interested in videos like this. Of course, you guys can decide, but it is always greatly appreciated. And as always, feel free to comment any questions, personal thoughts about honestly just anything. So with that being said, let's get this video started. So maybe just to take a very quick minute to do a little bit of a background to what this program is that there was recently an approved program which is essentially called the expansion of the earned income tax credit. All this really is that it's a way where you can essentially do something to your tax report, because tax season just started as of January, I think 24th, 2022, which means that this video will probably be very relevant from then all the way until tax season ends in April 2022, so over the next pretty much 2 to 3 months. And the idea what it is that it's a program meant to help a lot of low-income individuals and people that are particularly struggling, and I totally feel it right there. It's been a very difficult time, I know, for a lot of people, but hopefully this program, what this is that it's a program that has technically already been around for many years, but in many years in the past, it used to be a very small program that really didn't give as much money, which is the reason why not a lot of people talked about it. But the really great news is that for this particular specific year, they now have approved an expansion to it so that now more people can potentially get onto it, including a lot of single individuals. And I totally feel it right there, because I'm also a single individual, and we obviously have seen so many programs that are meant to help families, but maybe not enough programs that are meant to help single individuals, and I totally feel it right there. It's been, I think that a lot of times we've been kind of put on the side. But the great news is that because of this program now, it's hopefully going to be able to help put some money inside of people's pockets when they do their next tax when they do their next taxes for this upcoming season, as a tax refund that can total up to $1,500. So hopefully that kind of gives a little bit of the background about what this program is. So maybe now to talk a little bit about how to actually physically get onto this program if you do feel that you're qualified, or if you just want to see the actual procedure of how it works. So basically this comes directly from the IRS website, so it's as official as it possibly can be. But essentially all you really have to do is that when you file your taxes for this upcoming year, so essentially when you file your taxes over the next 3 months for the year of 2021, depending on the method that you use to file your taxes, if, say for example, you are someone that normally files with a professional accountant in person, the very traditional way, all you're really going to do is that you're just going to mention the earned income tax credit, because it is something that's actually built into the form when you file your taxes. The other big thing is that if you happen to be using tax software, which is actually what I personally use, so I definitely feel it right there, and it's probably actually the most recommended ways way for a lot of people to file their taxes. Within that tax software, they're probably going to be asking a lot of questions, and then eventually you will get to a section that talks about the earned income tax credit, and that's pretty much what you're going to have to complete in order to get on it. Now, I probably will try to maybe drop a link either in the description or inside of the comments to maybe link up to the page that literally shows you all of the information, so you guys can maybe read it for yourself if you guys just need any particular insight or extra pointers. But really, the one thing maybe that you might have to do, like just outside of this, is that if you are filing as someone who is a single individual, then the process should be much more simple, which is the really great news. In most cases, they're pretty much just going to use the information from Form 1040. So every job, when you work a particular job, most of the time your company is probably going to give you that form, and that's something that you're going to use in order to file your taxes. So it's something that technically is already included in there. The groups of people that might actually have to do something additional would essentially be for anyone that maybe has a kid of some kind. There is a form that's separate from this called the Schedule EIC. So just schedule like the word schedule, E like egg, I like igloo, C like Charlie. And what you're going to do is that in that particular form, they're going to ask you about all of the different kids that you, or how many kids that you currently have. You're going to input that information down below. And probably the most important thing is that you just have to make sure that every single person, including yourself and all of your kids, has a social security number. And if that ends up applying, then when you complete that form, the Schedule EIC, you are going to attach it, and that's what they're going to look at to see whether or not you can qualify for this earned income tax credit that for single individuals goes up to $1,500, but interestingly for families can actually go up even greater to, let's just say, something in the couple thousands of dollars of range. So it is definitely quite a lot of money and definitely something to look into. But the idea is that once you run through filing your taxes, I do believe in the page that I'm hopefully going to try to link either in the description or in the comments. There actually is a contact info area, if you scroll all the way to the bottom, that should actually indicate like who or how. I believe that there's actually a physical phone number that you can call to reach out to them if you do end up needing any particular assistance, which I definitely recommend because thankfully at least they have some contact information to try. How efficient or how fast, is it? Not totally sure, just because I haven't actually physically done it. But I maybe will note one thing is that one thing that the IRS has released is that they have also stated that because there's been so many changes to how they're going to be doing their taxes, new tax credits like child tax credit, this brand new earned income tax, a lot of the recovery rebate for past stimulus checks, and all sorts of different programs that are going on, they did say that they are expecting that this particular tax year, they're probably going to be taking a little bit of an extra delay when it comes to trying to get your tax refund. So the biggest recommendation is that if you are trying to get this particular stimulus refund back to you as soon as possible, then they do recommend maybe trying to file your taxes as early as can be. But beyond this is that that's what I really just wanted to share in today's update, so maybe to kind of put it out there. So as always, hopefully you guys found that insightful. Maybe consider smashing that like button if you guys haven't done so already. Feel free to consider subscribing. Of course, you guys can always decide. But of course, as always, feel free to comment any questions, personal thoughts about honestly just really anything at all. If you guys made it all the way through, thank you guys so much for watching. As always, stay safe, stay strong, and to see you guys next time. Thank you guys so much again.